Hey guys, we're out in the garage here, and I thought I'd bring you along with me today to show a little bit more detail on and an update on this racor 320R-RAC-01 filter, 10 micron filter here. I'm pretty happy with it. I've logged on probably, I don't know, 500 miles so far. It pulls my Featherlight enclosed 30-foot trailer pretty good. I topped the tank off and went on a 110-mile trip and got about 11.89 miles a gallon with loaded up with my 1025R John Deere, and I put a bunch of concrete in there on that load, so got 11.89. It was mostly highway, and it pulled pretty nice. So that was with this filter on here. It gets I did the same 110-mile trip without my trailer, and I got 18.94 miles a gallon on that highway, pretty much all highway trip. But anyway, I wanted to detail a little bit more on items needed on my install here. I'll kind of just show what it looks like on here, and then I actually wrote down what these things are on paper, which I'll show you just a minute here. But this here, you can't see it, but there's a barb fitting right in here, and you take the Parker hose here and you put it over that, and then I put some fuel injection clamps on here so that it wouldn't leak. And this here is 3/4 inch wire loom. So that's just a straight fitting, obviously going right in there. And on this side, since I've got it mounted right here, I ran up to Home Depot and got this 90-degree 1/4 inch fitting here, and then this another 1/4 inch barb fitting goes in here. So then it goes along here and underneath or above the frame rail. Then I've just got it tied into my fuel pump here. So now moving back here from the fuel filter back, I just got it, the 3/8 inch line routed along here, and it just goes all the way up to the top of the fuel tank. And for the fitting on the 2002 Excursion here, it's got a 3/8 inch pipe that you can just put the you can either buy quick connected to there, or you can just put the hose right on there and put two fuel injector clamps on there. So yeah, it looks like that on the back. So I guess that's about it. What it looks like under the truck here. Probably worth mentioning, if you wanted to, you could take the 3/8 inch fuel line that's coming in right here, and you could just hook your hose right up and you know, find your 3/8 inch pipe, cut it, and then run the hose right over to your fuel filter. But I just wanted to do a dedicated run with the hose all the way to the tank. So looking at the items I bought here, so I also see if this comes into focus here. There we go. Oh, I just mentioned on the top here, check out Bill Hewitt's video, powerstroke injector mortality. It kind of details this this racor filter here, and actually it was my kickoff in starting this myself. So this working on down, that's the fuel filter, part number, 3/8 fuel line, Parker 39706 Superflex. So that's what this hose looks like. Now this is a top quality hose here. You could probably do a Google search on what the burst pressure is and whatnot, but if I recall right, it exceeded my needs. But I wouldn't pick any kind of 3/8 inch fuel line. They're not all the same. I kind of I'm showing an example here. This 3/8 inch fuel line I used on a different project, and it's got a burst pressure of 50 psi. So I did not think that would be a good choice, so I didn't use it. But if you compare the two hoses here, looks to me like the Parker's quite a bit more top quality here. So here's the wire loom. I just got this at a local auto parts store. I think I got it at O'Reilly. And so that one would be the wire loom to protect the hose. Now I got these two 1/4 inch NPT brass hose barbs. I think I just got them at a I'm pretty sure I got them at Fleet Farm. You can get them on the internet. Those just screw right into the fuel filter on your in and out ports. And then that street elbow is that 90-degree elbow that I showed you underneath there to basically have the hose not bend or whatever. So that's this here and the part number. I think I got that at Home Depot. These 3/8 fuel injection hose clamps. I got a few of these packages. They come in handy, so I'm pretty happy with them. So the KEF16 here, if you look on the back of the package, it details the different sizes and 3/8 on there. Now I would not, I haven't had a good experience with buying these fuel injection clamps on Amazon. It's hit and miss what you're going to get on there. This here, it says 3/8 inch hose clamps, and it goes on 3/8 inch hose. So maybe you can relate. And in your own experiences where it didn't go on the hose. So I mean, this is 3/8. Okay, so 3/8 is referring to the ID of the hose, but the outside diameter of the hose is bigger than 3/8. But Kohler is smart enough to know what that means, that if you're going to buy a 3/8 hose clamp, you want it to go over 3/8 hose. So definitely goes right over it. And I ended up throwing away some of the Amazon stuff I bought. I think that about covers it. Did I go over everything? I'm not detailing how much fuel line I bought for how much you can buy. I mean, it depends on how long of a run you're going to do, how big your ride is. I would just measure it out. This isn't, for me, it wasn't that difficult of a project. I'm pretty happy with it. And so whenever I want to kind of take a peek, if there's water in my fuel, I can just take a peek underneath the rig and see if there's any water there. So that's kind of why I went this route versus the other systems that are out there. It seemed like they're quite a bit more money. They don't have a see-through filter. I did find one on a diesel performance site, but it was like $1,300 or $1,400, and but I think that was for a fuel bowl delete too, which is the fuel filter on top of the engine. It deleted that out and whatnot, but I wanted to keep my original fuel filter on the motor, so I ended up going this route. But anyway, oh, one more thing. On my original video, there's some shutoff valves that I originally put on that fuel filter, and you probably noticed they're not there in this video. Those shutoff valves I bought, I looked inside the valve, and the ball valve inside there, it seemed like the ID went very small, so I didn't want to get the restriction on that. So but what you can buy is some hose clamps to pinch off the hose, and let's see, I can show you what I ended up buying for that, so I'm not going to make a big mess. Let's see, I got them up in here. Here they are. I got a few of them. So I got these Pittsburgh automotive hose clamps. So when I want to change that fuel filter, I'll just clamp off the ends to not make a big mess. Anyways, hope this video helps, and have a great day.